So we're back for some Sunless Sea, and this time I have some good and bad news again. But this time it's really good news and also worse bad news. The good news is that I did some actual research this time about map generation and what's it called? Death. What happens after death, since at the end of the last episode, I guess, the Captain Marlow died. Very unfortunate. Rest in peace beneath the waves. And well, I choose the correspondent legacy, which makes it so that I kept 50% of the pages, I believe, and the charted map. So I did some research about that, and apparently it's the worst possible legacy that I could have chosen. Because, when discovering new things on the map, you get fragments. With enough fragments, you get secrets. As you could see last time, secrets are used to level up the crew and get more pages, hearts, iron, etc. And being denied that at the start is not a good thing. Well, at least it isn't according to the wiki. Moreover, I looked up how map generation works because I thought that the map wouldn't look the same if I didn't keep the chart, and I was right about it, because the map is like a big square that is divided into 6x6 squares. Well, it is a big 6x6 square, so 36 tiles in total. However, there are the tiles at the corner, at the four corners, and the southmost tiles and westmost tiles will always be the same. So that's why I knew where Vanderbright and the Iron Republic were. Also, the remaining tiles are not completely random. They are grouped by regions. So there is the North region that has. Let me look that up right now. The northmost region has 4 tiles. There is the near home water region that has 8 tiles. It looks like. Yes. Wait. No. That has 6 tiles, not 8. That has 6 tiles. And there is the eastmost that has 4 tiles. What's called the northeast, but it's more like center, that has 5, and the southeast that has 5 also. But in those regions, all tiles can be randomized, and that gives, apparently, according to the wiki, I didn't do the calculations myself, but it apparently gives something like 6 billion different possibilities. And over that, you also have the possibility that the tiles themselves can be a bit randomized, as in where the light buoys are and stuff like that. But mostly like that, I was looking for Mount Palmerstone, and that is in the north region, so it's one tile between four of them. So it could have been very far away from London, actually. But there are some places that will remain the same. So in that regard, I kind of want to just restart the game, because we didn't get much at the death screen and the legacy, but so we don't lose much by restarting the game, and maybe shuffling the tiles could be useful, having more fragments and such and such. So new game. Are you sure? Yes. Long periods at sea will drive your crew and you insane with fear. Leaving the lights on will help, although it will burn fuel faster. So I'm going to try to be more conservative on my resources, but also be more aggressive on my search for new places. I also wish that the food didn't need to be replaced at 50. So choose a past. This time I'm going to be a poet. I want boldness in pages. Apparently that's a good thing. Also, since there was a surgeon here, it could be nice to have a surgeon soon. Gaining echoes. I'm looking for fulfillment. And you can call me citizen. I mean, you may call me citizen. Or you may just call me captain, I guess, but whatever. And we're going to go with that and call ourselves Conrad. Because we are going to pretend that it's the same as last time. So, advice for captains, we're going to sell the book, because probably not useful. Your lodgings, get the news, and we gain some supplies. The Kennedy is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Carnelian coast want independence. They always do. The entity, the paper's report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet, it hasn't. You'd know. Oh, a promotional cube from Mrs. Plenty's provisions for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. Okay. So this is not going to. We're going to look at the what's it called? The news every time we come back to London, because that's probably going to be useful. Adopt the Blemmingham Gallivanta. Yes, the polite bow. You extend your hand and the Blemmingham leaps on. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers. and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on in pen, in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. So we have a Flemingen Galley Hunter. So we're going to replace on Komoto's ferret with this. So story. No passenger. Someone in the docks wants to board your ship. Agree? Agree to carry the august traveler writer to guide us Morn. He's prepared to pay handsomely for transport, and is keen to commission your ship specifically. So I think the passenger that wants in is different depending on what past I choose. But sure. Move on. Move in. The august traveler writer shakes your hand. His grip is distressingly strong. Thank you. It's guide us more I'm bound for first, he says. I hear the... he hurries over to Stoker, who is carrying his steamer trunk up the gangplank. No need to trouble yourselves. Give it here. Remember, citizen, guide us more. I'll pay you 150 echoes when we arrive. That's very, very generous. So I'm going to see... Okay. Objective. No. Can see share. Oh, I don't like to move that. London. So let's look at the Admiralty's survey office. I don't think I will get much. Yes, ask if there's anything in particular they need. Well, if we can be assured of your discretion. This port. Speak to our agent here, and then return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. You can check the details in your journal at any time. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company trenching station, somewhere not far from home waters. So, as I said, that is the name of a region that is very close by. But it could be any of the 6 tiles. So if we're fortunate enough, it's just around the corner. But we might have to visit further. I don't think I need to talk to the Admiral yet. London. Hire any more crew is not very necessary. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. An immigrant will pay to be taken north. Stand the bright. Sure. It's oddly difficult to die in fallen London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to leave, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew carts this one aboard in padded coffins. They'll sleep there until the journey is done. The tomb colonist is in your hold. Take them north to the colony of Vanderbraith and sell them there. So we might get there first. Let us move on. So as you can see, well, of course the map is new. This is a new save. What am I doing? No lights. We don't need those. We're going to make a quick visit to the sisters. So we're going to try to move in a straight line as much as possible. And just keep, yes, so 50 fragments gained. If I had kept legacy, I would not gain those fragments. A quiet eye, a grand old house. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist like 100 other undersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, long, impossibly green and lush in the false starlight. Raked gravel path. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's side. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. So I know that I read this before. I will reread some of the things. I will try to not do it too much, but some things are nice, like the sisters' stories. I like them. Knock and enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where three young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Distant bells. Sure. So have luncheon with the sisters. Cynthia. Apparently she is the one that you should seek first. I am not sure why Salt's attention is the most important, but it is the one we will get. Cynthia is the eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. So some tales of terror. This is what we need to complete the writer story, I believe. That's all for now. Gained some supplies. Acquainted with the sisters. Lost some hunger. Iron remain unchanged. That's 25. Sure. Let us move on. So we are going to the tomb colonies to deliver our guy. I mean. Apparently terror is not too bad so long as it's less than 70. As long as the pirate crew doesn't notice us, it's okay. Heck. Awful. I didn't need to turn. I forgot how this works. The weighted outlet is with the background hair drifting. Days of shrooms and roses. The new town colonist surveys Vanderbright, shaking her head. It won't do, she says. It won't do at all. A plan. I had no idea the place would be quite under possessing. Perhaps we can liven it up a little yet. If only I knew a helpful Z captain. Bring 10 units of mushroom wine to Vanderbright, and perhaps they'll have something for you. Okay. Tomb colony. I am not sure. Did I get the? Oh, I maybe not. I maybe didn't get the port report from the hunter's thing, the sister's place. That would be annoying. Gather gossip. Who's plotting what out in the tomb colonies? Along the coast of the Antasy, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a whole of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. So just a sec. Yeah, I did not get a port report from Hunter's Edge. Or was it called like that? Ugh. That's embarrassing. Explore one's bright. Oh no, get the color thing. Z captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. Listen to whispered request. Sure. The colors. Cosmogone. Here we go. Pillaging. Steward has list. Find them here and there, across the wide Black Sea. Ask about the Grand Sanitarium. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Vanderbilt. Oh, Silskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to Z. So we needed something else, somewhere to end. This reminds me a bit about the what's called the Undead Asylum at the start of Dark Souls 1. It seems like not unlike Dark Souls. The people can't really perish in this place unless it's by a gruesome death, like drowning at sea. But it seems like when you're at shore, you are somewhat cursed with immortality. And, well, the choice is not so obvious between being decrepit and not being able to die, or dying at the mouth of the waves. So more like Jaws, to make a better reference. So accept the commission. Thank you. This poor flesh thirsts for colors. It collapses, rustling back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the room, across the floor. Outside, the obscure steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will be grateful if you do it this one last favor. So I already read those things. I think that one of them are eastmost when we reach the edge of the world. But I'm not sure where the rest could be. At any point, explore Vanderbilt. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculptures until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. Ooh. Monumental ruins. The builders of this place walked with great slabs of Nif wallstone, carved with blank-eyed and smiling faces, and blocky stoic serpents. Search warily. The Nif is rarely gentle. Treats this place as enemy territory. 34% of success. That's 1 in 3. It's doable. I will not picnic. Supplies are too important. Let's try this. Ancient stones. You can just about interpret these glyphs. They speak of a god who lives in the roof, a walking dream of storm, a memory of rage. The god the glyphs claim destroyed this temple. You succeeded. You've reached 40 fragments. New total 190. That's all for now. Okay, let's move. So we're going back to Hunter's Keep. Maybe trying to find out what can be in the shadow here. And then moving back to London. Like, out to London. So, I'm not really sure what to add right now. It's mostly going to be some exploration, I think. We're going to look at, oh heck. We're going to look through the home waters. No. We don't want to go that way. Yeah, this way. Don't look at me. Did it notice? It did. Getting hurt a bit doesn't really matter. What it does is consuming as little fuel and resources as possible. And we're going back to Hunter's Edge. Not Hunter's Edge, Hunter's Keep. Why do I think it's called Hunter's Edge? Ooh, grazing the place. Coconut Island, yes. Report. The sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is at heart of the isle. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. So let's just have luncheon with the other sisters. And I can have that when something awaits you. Okay. So Lucy, the middle sister, is sunny, restless, prone to giggles. A daft tale. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidently a complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in the attic, in an attic, and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles flickers, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. Some more surprise, and Stone's attention. Sure. Do I have recent news? I was not aware of that. Sure. Oh, maybe not. Well, sure. No can wait. You ask the sulphur-eyed maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that the headaches are cured. and you're invited to lunch. And now let's have lunch with the last sister, Phoebe. Phoebe is soft-voiced, watchful, and unpredictable. Here's a story. Phoebe has a story to tell. Of two lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried the messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if through a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cabin. You drift like a puffball's ball. The undersea shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood ships between the islands. Vast spin things pulse in the depths. There is a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came, says Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there, you finished the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath olive biscuits. Okay. This is probably good enough. So there doesn't seem to be much over there. Unfortunate. We are going to London, to the Admiralty. Hopefully be able to gain some more fuel and supplies, and then find out what's more on the near waters. And we may have to go to the Iron Republic to buy more fuel at some point. Let's talk to that guy later. You're lodgings. Read the morning papers. This is good. So the same text as before. We gain some supplies. So we really should read the news every time we can. We barely have any terror, so we won't care about that. Visit the Admiralty's survey office. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty, not notionally. Submitted. Good, good. More echoes. Vanderbilt. What have the nearly dead been up to then? Some more echo. May I speak with the Admiral himself? Not as such. Once you've proven yourself, perhaps. Good then. We barely took any damage by the stupid crab. We have enough fuel and supplies for now. What we need to do, however, is look for the Iron and Misery Company functioning station, somewhere not far from the home waters. So I think we are going to do that. Gather port reports, and then try to look for the Iron Republic, depending on this and that. In the meantime, London. Oh, can I not get whatever? Well, the scoundrel seems to have left. Yeah, that's okay. He will appear again. Apparently, it's a good thing, and legality and being a good boy is not really a matter of, well, not really important or shouldn't really matter unless you're really wanting to do some role play. And I'm not against that, but I would rather not die, and as such, I will have to go through some legal stuff. So we're going to Hunter's Keep, visit the sisters, and then go to the Iron and Misery thing. If we can find it, of course. Hunter's Keep. Upon Outer Island. This time I won't forget that. The port report. News. Let's have a bit more luncheon with Cynthia. Let's see. More Tales of Terror. More supplies, and we got to eat, and that's great. You've gained 1 iron. New total 26. That's amazing. You are acquainted with the sisters, but something has changed. Fragments. Launch. Let's try to see what can be over there. Please, bat. The bat is really being uncooperative today. Stargate. Okay, so we are in a new region. Whenever there's new text here, it means that we are in a new region, apparently. According to the wiki, at least. Guide is small. Not too far away. You can go the port report there. Oh heck. Seems like I'm going the wrong way. Oh no, it's okay. So we can get all port reports. Yes. Guide us more. Step carefully. The mold is a stalagmite vast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbour. The course's citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes the strain, and your ship rises slowly from the sea. The hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Higher, higher. Now the undersea shimmers like glass below. Children clambering in crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor is slow, and you hang in a cradle next to the red-bowed pirate cutter. Oh yes, that's where he wanted to go. I completely forgot that it has been like maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I already managed to forget that. Oh. So, drop off the August Traveler Writer. Here's your payment, citizen. I'll be back by the evening bell. We'll discuss my next destination then. By the evening bell. The travel writer sets across the planks with good speed, his briefcase in his hands. It seems heavy, although he claimed it held only documents and writing equipment for the interview with the Pirate King. The day passes relatively peacefully. There are brawls, but in good fun. The blood washed away with celebratory beer. By night, the boisterous cheer has given way to whispers about an uncommonly brutal murder executed with an experimental shipyard. Within an experimental shipyard. They say you couldn't enter the yard without stepping in the victim. Ooh, sounds gross. The travel writer returns. He greets you with a curt nod as he boards your ship. A second request. The August Traveler Writer's request. The August Traveler Writer flips through his notebook while on your deck. Awful thing, that murder. Commonplace here, I suppose. Fortunately, my interview was illuminating, and my business on the morn is complete. We can depart. I've another port to visit, if you'd care for another 150 echoes. Sure. The next chapter. Splendid. The traveler writer snaps his journal shut like a trap. The Cumaean Canal next, I think. I know where that is, so that's good. And also it's on the way for the Iron Republic, so it's always good for me. I can get more port reports and what's it called? Maybe some moves in the Great Game, apparently. And whatever that is for. At least I know my next destination. But guide us more. That's... Oh no. The port report needs a veil test. Gaitus Morn swarms with pirates, smugglers and captain of uncertain allegiance. You could learn a lot here, but you'll need to go carefully. How much do I want this sport report? I mean, 30% is something that I'm willing to risk. Unusual activity. The Whispers is at a Canity trimaran resupplied here last week under a flag of careful truce. That implies something interesting about Canity fleet movement. The Admiralty would love to know. You have now one strategic information. This is great. This is going wonderfully. I do not wish to spend echoes. Explore the Morn. There's a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the Morn. It's vertical, admittedly, but once you find the Beast Path and Urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor, with an additional footfall of lurching terror. That's all problem. Sure. Fisherfolk, sailors, a shady couple of likely pirates. And is that a draw wheel down by the water's edge? They sit round a fire at the sea's edge, passing around a bottle of something viscously black. They're wagering on riddles. Will you join them? Bet an echo on one of the simpler riddles. Sure. 62% of success. Let's try it. Lol. I failed. A whale's eye? The fisherman chuckles and pounds the ground with a fist. City folk, he crows. City folk, pay up. Well, I didn't get much out of it. But I guess I got some fragment. That's okay. Do you have much more to do? Yeah. Another afternoon at the Errant Limpet, a drinking den by the dock cradles. It's a good place for a crew to find companionship and let off steam. With older Guiders Morn, it's a free port. The courses prefer their own, and look askance at respectable Londoners. And look askance, yes. Sure. Let's try that. Cool shoulders at the Errant Limpet. Conversation quietens as the drinkers look around. You've been here too long, and you're attracting the wrong kind of attention. Time to move on. Well, this did not go very well. Overhear rumors of a pirate poet. Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poets. Lies, nonsense, glimmers. Some say she's a clayman who freed herself with the power of verse. Possible, Others insist she is the personal muse of the king with the 100 hearts. Unlikely. One claims she sails on the living ship made of the still screaming skulls of her victim. More sober voices mutter that no, it's just an Alceus class vessel. Whatever the truth, few have fought her and survived to tell the tale. Only the bravest of the captains risk the lonely paths of the sea where her flag is said to fly. Okay, so this is... She hunts far from London, picking off both other pirates and travelers who sailed too far. So this might be an adversary for later time. No need to worry about it now, I think. We are near home waters still. Yes, as you can see, this is one of the cuts. So we still have, I guess, this area to explore. Oh, lights off. And we will see what awaits us further. Hopefully something good. Hopefully the Iron and Misery company. Oh, where is that? Over there. Yes. So as you can see, this is the new area. Please don't notice me. It did. Oh, can't believe I missed the... Dock, yes. Abbey Rock. Here the Grim Sisters' lair. A black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go. And that's how the Sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress covenant. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. Yikes. Let's search this... No, I want the port report. Where is it? Yes, compile the port report. It's unlikely to be eventful. As always, nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks with woes, and the fortress stands solid as the last year of a century. The greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of pose. Sure. So, trade supplies. Resources are limited on this bleak rock. The Sisterhood will pay a fair price for all supplies. Not a good price, mind. 20 echoes for one supply. I believe that's the exact same price as it is to buy in London. So I don't think I want that yet. if I could get more money out of it, sure, I would do it, but I won't. I won't do it if it's just money neutral. Repeat use of terror. Sure, let's search the surroundings. You can't be the first to come here. A map, a mask, the face beneath. Someone died here, far from home, long enough ago that their flesh is gone. A visage by the look of their frog mask. The mask will be worth a bit. The skull would look good on a mantelpiece. And what's this map? Timeless. You found something valuable. Once per game, something pleasant will happen. Once per game only. Oh, that's good. Something pleasant will happen, but only once per game. The rest of the game, dread and despair, and at most, boredom. Sure, you now have one outlandish artifact. This belongs in a museum. Did they really do Indiana Jones reference? It is an Indiana Jones reference, right? Anyway, assuming that colonial imperial appropriation for the purpose of hegemonic taxonomization is a suitable response to the problem of intercultural contact. Which it probably is, because museums are magnificent institutions. Well, first of all, this was extremely targeted at European hegemonic culture and desire to have beautiful museum with artifacts from around the world that, to say it lightly, has been imported. But yeah, sure. If you made an ironclad will, you can convert a collection of these into an heirloom for your successor. Well, I am not sure that would be possible. You now have one lamentable relic. This is all of us one day, but let's not be in a tearing hurry about it. Sure, you now have one regulatory chart. Oh, the dark spectacled admiral will want to see this. If your admirality's favor is high enough. Sure, let's try that. And you've gained some terror. This was very, very good. Watch the comment. Wait and see. Like huge and deadly herons, the sisters stalk along the very tops of the walls. You watch through a spyglass as they leap and swirl, slashing at each other with a variety of frightening weapons. God! One of them just turned a somersault. So it's like a Shaolin monastery, I guess, but in British underground form. This is odd, but I guess it's okay. Knock at the iron-studded gates, although you have no recent news. Nothing. Far away, a great bell tolls. Drizzle begins to fall. You sneeze. Perhaps having some recent news could help. At any rate, we now have some valuable stuff, I guess. Lamp off. Let's get away from this stupid shit. And of course, how many annoying sea creatures are there? The answer is too much. It noticed me. Do not touch me. You're not allowed to touch me. Good. Put that on the map, please. So what was put on the map? Nothing interesting. That's actually untrue. Timo Island. Exactly what I needed. Exactly what I was looking for. Iron and Misery and Co. Funding Station. Let's first of all compile a port report. The Admiralty likes to keep an eye on Iron and Misery's activities. The business of sports. Of course, INM's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, record what you can. Was I not supposed to get the strategic information? Okay, yes. INM has a Fanga operation here, filling giant bodega shrooms for building materials, harvesting Kirali for its medicinal properties. It's a disparate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd go quite mad out here otherwise. Ah ha 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 ha. Quite mad. How can we be of assistance? Give passage to the affable factor. The Admiralty asked you to bring back strategic information. This is your contact. Great. A strange smile. Yes, I have it here. The Corey ship to Mount Palmerston stopped off to resupply. Tell the Admiralty. Tell them I miss my children. Tell them I can't take it here much longer. The spores, the dark. Really? We'll look into that a bit later. Tea with the factor. The poor fellow needs the company, and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the factor is good company. He shares old stories about the ice and rose of iron, the monstrosity of the Sea of Lilies, and a little restaurant in Vanderbilt where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Vanderbilt! I know. I never met the tomb colonists who could cook. But you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a lot of bodegas from carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I have eaten so much of the stuff. I fear that I might transform entirely into fungus. He leans confidentially towards you. It happens, you know. But one does have to eat rather a lot of it at first. More supplies. You've been told of an exceptionally fine restaurant in Vanderbilt. Let's try to gather some supplies. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. Good luck. 60%. I'm willing to try. You were fortunate. You gained 1 supply and 2 terror. So this looks like a wonderful start, to be honest. I could try again. I want to try again. We're fortunate. This is great. Again. Just gambling and gambling and gambling. Sure. And once again, fortunate. I'm going to stop here to not completely get gambling addicted. Or do I want to try again? No, perhaps not. So this is a place of interest. I think I'm just going to sail directly back to Fallen London. Mutant Island should be among the places that never change, so we'll probably be around it on the way. If I do something like this, I should be able to go directly in a straight line up to London. Never mind, of course, if there are rocks or enemies on the way. There is also apparently 2 unnamed tiles among the 36 that I mentioned at the start. And those tiles are a bit special as they can dramatically change according to the wiki. What did I want to say? Yes, one of them is part of the near home waters area, and it seems like I'm traversing that tile right now. Oh, no, I'm not going near there. I have no idea what that was, but it was not good for me. And we still have a lot of fuel, so yes, going to what's it called, the Iron Republic should be fairly easy. Plus we will go through the Chimean Canal at some point. What's going on here? Vegas Haven. Fires on the hillside. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs, before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town. Let's get the port report, which yes, chat with the fisherman. It uses 1 echo, but I am going to get the 5 back, I believe. They sailed the sea around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouths. Little ships and little secrets. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work. Kennedy ships putting into resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. That is good to know. I do not wish to do this. I do not wish to do that. Oh, let's do this. Visit the hilltop above town. There's not much wind on the Untersea, but Mutten Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. Let's do it. Toasting the wind. You stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the cock and magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind fins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise! It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least, that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly. More fragments, that's good to know. Buy supplies. It costs too much, and fuel also. So neither. I can probably go up in a way that makes yes. The crab should not notice me, I think. Or if it does. That's okay. This is annoying. And it just does like 2 damage every time. Leave me alone. Of course, if I don't accelerate, I won't. Okay, my bad. I was stupid. I did it wrong. I did suffer a lot of damage though, but it should be okay. I'm going to say as long as I have more than 50%, it should be okay. I can tell them to do their best. Collect messages from the Harbour Master. Something has changed in the niche. Someone wants to sign on. Yes, so let's accept this gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My what you might call mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuels and supplies. So the guide, I think I said this already, but might as well say it now. The guide I found said that the dispensations are mostly beneficial, and being a little scoundrel is not too big of a deal. Plus, with the 5 fuel, we can reach the Iron Republic, but I don't want to spend all my echoes there just to buy the fuel again. That wouldn't be very worth it. So, sure. Accept the dispensation. A courteous nod. Well, my patron hopes that you find this little gift to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call him at the Medusa Head. Should that day come, we will make you very, very welcome and give you any safe conduct what you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. Oh, you're a rapscallion. Being a criminal is okay. Your lodgings. Read the morning papers. News from home. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor empress has forbidden singing in the street outside her palace. The anarchists of the calendar council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of goldbite wasps. That's okay. 42 terror. I might want to do this. So, for the ironclad will, since it has been mentioned several times already, what little research I did suggests that having what's it called, a better house might help writing such a will. But I will not do it for now, because not only do I not have the money, but also having a home but no money doesn't really help me either, anyway. Once you're lodging or large enough to support a study, you can create items such as an ironclad wheel, whispering trophy cabinet, or the Song of the Sea. Yes, so that is the thing. By buying a bigger house, I can do that. In the meantime, I will do this. You've lost 1 terror. They must be joking. 1? I will not spend 10 echoes for. What the hell? You don't have the echoes to go out roistering. Best stay at home. This will reduce your terror. Barely. If any. It did a dent, perhaps. The rats keep you awake of nights. With their muttering and skirmishing, but the bed is warm and the door has a lock. Sure. Story. London. She's the greatest city on the Undersea, and don't you forget it. Let's visit the Admiralty's survey office. They'll pay for information from sea captains. Find out what and how. Guide us, Morn. You have something to tell us from the pirate fleet of the forests? Yes, I do. Submit. No, you no longer have this. I gained echoes. More fuel. Your visit to the Guidamon has been confirmed by the Admiralty Record Office. I would like to know what the Admiral himself says. The dark spectacled Admiral. No appointment, but... apparently I'm to show you anyway. Very well. You're ushered into his office of mentioned prior. A crumpled room with a vast desk. He surveys you across the desk. Ah yes, the merchant captain of whom we hear such complicated things. The Admiral will purchase intelligence from you. So, I would like to submit my port reports. And what is the day today like on those farther shores? Hunter's Keep. More fuel. 70. Yes, this run is starting greatly. I have a little understanding of what is going on, more at least than what I did some hours of gameplay ago. And I think I have been lucky with the RNG. The crab has taunted me, but other than that, things went well. Abbey Rock. We categorize it as a military installation, you know, although that has occasioned some quite vigorous debate. More echoes, more fuel. Quaker's Haven. In trying the original rubbery lumps have we? The air from the island. 5 echoes. More fuel. Yes, I'm probably going to buy like 10 fuel once I'm in the Iron Republic, maybe more, because buying it for 10 means that it costs me 80, which compared to London where it's cost 10, I would only get 8. So getting 10 for the price of 8 is very good. And I will try to do that. Demo Island. You've been to Demoscapes. Yes, more echoes, more fuel. Strategic information. What's that? Indeed, indeed. I'll send you up directly to speak to the Admiral himself. Pass on strategic information. The Admiral sits up, although he steeples his finger and pretends calm. Ooh, that's a lot of echoes. Yes, this is truly going well. He's hard to read with those glasses. He reminds me of I can't remember the name of the guy from Matrix, but well, I think you would know what I'm talking about. It's well, no, Neo is the protagonist, but I guess the mentor of Neo. Maybe just because it's a black man with glasses that has a position of authority. Anyway, he's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for the trouble. The clerk will see you paid. Wonderful, wonderful, I say. More strategic information, because I, for some reason, have much of those. Submit a regulatory chart. Let's find out if it's real. A careful inspection. He scrutinizes the chart minutely through a lens. He doesn't, you notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. More echoes. This is great. Yes, I'm going to buy so much fuel. 20. 20 would be nice, I think. The port report is not very necessary right now. Yes, discover the Admiral's desires. Information. Visit the port and will be interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interests. And will be interested in the strategic information you gain thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lip curls. What's left of it? Ask if there's anything in particular he needs. Well, if I can be assured of your discretion. This port. Speak to our agent here, and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. You can check the details in your journal at any time. Okay, retrieve strategic information from the Mangrove College in the Swallowing Isles. Yes. Good. Did the Marlow disappear? At any rate, visit the university. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets. These specimens and other tidbits of esoteric lore provide the secrets to prove yourself worthy of entry. Quite impressed. Oh yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. The Alarming Scholar. The Alarming Scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her. Is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items that the scholar will buy, they'll appear below. A memory of distant shores. A piquant piece of picaresque pilgrimage. They like alliterations, and, well, it's already difficult for native speakers, I believe. So for a foreigner like me, it's a bit more difficult to pronounce correctly. At any rate. Well of emotion. As the alarming scholar listens, tears well in the depths of those shining, or is it blazing, eyes. They overflow, splashing onto the desk blotter. Stop! She sobs at last. This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring them a cow of memories. I wish each individual tone recalled. Yes, so some echo. I believe it was worth more in the in Vanderbilt, but still. I might want to Have all my eggs in the same London basket, I guess. A lamentable relic. Not a scientific, no, not a scientific curiosity necessarily, but a scholar has a collection or something. So I know that I can make something with those relics and outlandish artifacts. But I think I'm okay with spending them now rather than later. A beaming smile. This would be so terribly wasted in an ossuary. He buffs the cranium with the sleeve. I think a climbing briar rose will suit this one rather well. A yellow rose, perhaps. Thank you so much. Let's keep this between ourselves. I didn't gain much, but I mean, 5 echoes are still worth something. An outlandish artifact, shaped by hands unknown in London. A careful scrutiny. We have something like that. No, we have something like that. He declares, but not very like that. Interesting. I have some ideas about suitable fees. This is good. I could buy myself a new lodging and then not have any more money. But I don't think that would be interesting. I guess I can't do much else. Yeah. And fuel, I don't want to spend my admiralty points here when I already have 20 fuel and a lot of supplies. Secrets. Restaurant recommendation. Good. Consider a specialist surgeon. I will not. Not right now. Rosy glass. I don't think I have much of interest there. So yes, I will not buy that yet. Perhaps when I am at, let's say, 2000. Let's say that 2000 echoes are what I need for that. If I go here, I could buy myself a better ship. Or just the same ship I already have. Yes. But I will not care about that right now. We could spend a secret to get our mirrors up, or do something about that, but we won't. Help me. Yes, journal. So, what we need. Objectives, yes. We need to find a mangrove college in the Swallowing Isles. So I am not quite sure where that is. I think I think there was something about it in the previous Captain's life, but I am not quite sure. Bring wine to Vanderbilt. Yes, but not quite yes. Request for passage. Someone in London requires your services. I should look at that. One for the Cumbrian Canal. So I know where that is. This will show, especially in London. Welcomed passage aboard. Well, yeah. Oh, good. Well, not very useful, is that? But having the stuff in bigger is better, I think. Acquaintance. The sisters. Okay. Let's move on to the Cumbrian Canal. And the Iron Republic. And buy more fuel. Doing some back and forth doesn't seem very logical if my goal is to spend as little as possible on fuel. I want to get as much fuel as I can in one travel. My hull is going to suffer a lot of damage. Or maybe not. Yes, the Cumbrian Canal. So, here we'll get more echoes that we are going to spend in its entirety at the what's it called? Iron Republic, but that's okay. Because we have other things that we are getting here. Yes, we don't have... Oh, we could go to the surface. I am almost tempted by it, I have to say. This could be very interesting. Drop off... no, let's get the port report first. Many ships pass this way, but perhaps you'll pick up something they missed. Business as usual. The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe in old Antasy, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. Drop off the August Traveller Writer. As before, citizen, here's the payment for bringing me here. I'll be back by nightfall. We'll speak more then. By evening bell, the Traveller Writer sets swiftly into the port, his briefcase hanging easily at his side. In the middle of your afternoon tea, a crowd rushes by the cafe. They gather at the foot of a lamppost, gawking, shrieking, gasping. A woman is strung from the light, her face sliced like Venetian blinds. Heavens! A pale navigator whispers. Isn't she the explorer? Said she meant to plant a flag on the seabed. No one replies. You spy the travel writer in the crowd, firmly. A final request. He is doing the murders, or investigating them. Either of. The August traveler writer makes a few notes in his journal as you walk back to your ship. His suit is immaculate, although his hands are ink-stained. I've one last port to visit, he says quietly. There's 200 echoes in it for you this time. Yes, we can consider it done. The traveler writer snaps shut his journal. I've only one last place I wish to visit, Can's Heart. Take me there whenever is most convenient. Sure. Listen for surface gossip. The ships of the surface linger here. This is the last lifeline to a warmer place. Daylight. This would be a prime spot for a pub or wine shop, but the interests of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition. Still, there are temporary half-legal hostelries in the long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with suntanned surface sailors, stories of Paris and Batavia, the lost fires and the final idols. Visions of the surface. Let's get to the Iron Republic. Get our incredible amount of fuel. And once that's done, we can go up to the surface, although I may have been here for almost 2 hours, so I just think I will get the fuel in the Iron Republic, and then end this session. I should maybe do something to mask that next time. $52. It should be reset once I'm back in London. Iron Republic. Hell's Lion State. Be wary. Their laws are not the laws of man or nature. So, what should I say? Yes, for next time, I'm going to look up where Mangrove College could be. As I said, it could be at several places. If it's close enough, we'll go there. If it isn't, we will go to the surface. But that is something to think about for next time. Factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the dock pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in glassy calm harbor water. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom into the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature. I will compile a port report. We have gained some pages, and the Parliament of Flies is open for business. And one more tale of terror. It won't be entirely straightforward. The streets won't lie straight, and the ink freezes whenever you look away from the inkwell. Fact and fiction. To record the Republic's events, it's like trying to sing wax or believe water. You do what you can. The third paragraph buts eyes. The date is fundamentally wrong. The full stop bites. You do what you can. Good. Market of Hungers. The Parliament of Flies. The Market of Hungers, with its spires and sigils. Is it a parody of the bazaar? Today, flies fill its arcades. Buzz, buzz. Sure. A new day come. Visit the shops tab. After this visit, the Parliament will no longer be here. The Republic will seek soup and supplies instead. Yes, but the only thing that I care about is the supplies. Hold left shift 2 by 10. What? I couldn't by 10. Did I? I did not. Oh well. 10 will bring me to 28. Yes. I can't buy too much of it. Oh, that's good to know, I guess. But very unfortunate. I have a maximum in my hold. My cargo can't go above. Hold capacity 40. I regret not understanding that sooner. I was getting so ready to get so much fuel, but it turned out to be a wild dream. Perhaps once I was at the the sisters, not the sisters, hunt to escape, the monastery place where I could have sold my supplies. Perhaps I should have. Well, that is something to remember for later. That may have been my first mistake of this run. Oh. Well, it's okay enough. But if it's like that, I may not want to travel to the surface yet, since that would consume 22 fuel, and simply going up to the ecumenical panel would consume some of it. I mean, it's probably okay. It will probably consume about half of a fuel. So yes, I should actually be able to go to the surface, but it will require more, what's it called? More preparation than I thought. Do I want to hire an engineer? I doubt so. Well, as I said, this should be the end of this recording. I will look into where the mangrove college is, or well, where it can be. Also, maybe where Can's heart is, and I want to look into where the about what's going on the surface. I'm not sure about how much I really want to look into it, because maybe it would spoil myself. But it's something to look into.